And I think we're live? Yes, we are live.
Live.
That's not antisocialexperience.com, the website. The brief home on the internet, as long as it lasts. As we always say, don't forget that you can pop on down to the description of the videos. There is a link there to connecting Clean Feed. If you got a computer with a mic and headphones, if you got a phone, just don't use speakerphone. And also, there's a number you can dial in. It should be popping up on screen at some point. Probably not this screen. So we'll go on over to this one, where we're the smaller guys.
I like bigger me better.
Bigger you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, look at me go.
Right. Just little dudes there.
Yeah, just a little fella.
I was going to put the government names up this week, but we used that joke last week.
Yeah, I know.
Just to make it official. Yeah, if you want to call in, add to the conversation, feel welcome to. We are starting out, getting the show rolling from the glorious eastern coast of the United States. Feel free to join us, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
So, Plandemic B.
Plandemic B.
And I think I put that out there in jest, okay? Because I think it's time for something new, something different. It's like with all the shit that was popping off.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you forget about COVID for a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
I think some people definitely did.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I obviously I went to that job interview yesterday, and I'm walking in the door, and like it doesn't even occur to me, and it's like big sign, it's like mask must be needed to come in here, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, right.
So like I run back to my car, and luckily, I had one hanging there, but I walk in, and the guy's like, oh, you don't need that, and I'm like, what? Like one way or the other, man. Come on.
Yeah, and I've same situation. I've been going in, and they're like, oh, that's just for the big boss.
Yeah.
They want that hanging up there. It's like, oh, really? And then Governor Wolf isn't making it mandatory. Is he not? I heard that.
Yeah, he said he's direct words. It's not mandatory. Not mandatory.
It's not?
No.
Oh, I thought he was changing it back to mandatory.
Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. I've been trying not to
Yeah,
I've been
flip-flopping.
staying politic free.
So, Plandemic B. You can take that a couple ways. What's the next plan? What are they going to put out there to distract us
Yeah.
or scare us?
Right.
The asteroid never hit.
No. Whatever happened to that? That just disappeared too.
Yeah, I don't know. We weren't invaded by aliens.
No. Right. Due time.
Uh-huh.
That dude from Blink-182 said so. He's coming. They're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Tom DeLonge.
what is it?
Tom DeLonge?
Yeah, but what's their project? Reach the stars or
I think something. I don't even
to
know,
the
man.
stars or something like that. Yeah. Hey, in due time. That's cool. I mean, as long as they're not hostile and wipe us all out.
Yeah.
If you look at, all right, let's go on that for a minute.
Okay.
If you look at it, okay, and you look at movies, Hollywood, how Hollywood's portrayed it, they've kind of taken both routes where the aliens are, we don't know if they're friendly, but they just don't show up in like Independence Day.
Or like Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done that. They've done the goofy stuff like with Coneheads and Alf and whatever else. Mars Attacks was another one.
Mr. Belvedere. No, I'm just joking.
And then you got like Battle for L.A. That was pretty.
Yeah,
crazy
I remember
one.
that. Yeah.
You got,
What the hell was that one where everything was like divided into sectors? Was that Battle of LA?
no, District 9.
District 9, that's what I'm
where
thinking
the
of.
ship was hovering over.
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Yeah,
I think.
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
one.
they were looking for fuel, and finally, after 20 years, they made enough to get their ship going, and yeah, that's where they made them go live in like slums and that.
Right. Everything was all fucked up.
If aliens were going to show up, do you think it would align with anything that we've seen in Hollywood? And if so, what would be the most likely? The likelihood. They got tech we don't have. They're
Well, yeah, they're traveling. Yeah.
across galaxies. Who knows?
It's hard to say, really, because, like, do they want to share that technology, or do they want to just take everything we got? You know what I mean?
Right,
That could go both ways.
If you think about it, do they even really need to show up, or could they just vaporize us from some other galaxy?
That could be possible, too. You don't know the technology. It could be like the
Right.
Death Star, a freaking planet killer. You know?
Multiple planet killers.
Yeah. Alderaan, see you later,
Yeah. I don't know. I find it weird that if they were showing up, they would want to like find anything about out. Take for example us, some middle-aged white dudes.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
what value do I add to
Don't call me middle aged.
We're getting there, man.
Stop saying it. My
Well,
dad my dad reminded me today, and I'm like, you shut your whole mouth.
How long are you gonna live though? You know.
I don't. Yeah. Hell, I might be like 3/4. But by the way, my 20s went. You know, I probably knocked off like 30 years of my life.
Right. And I'm not saying we don't need football, but with all the recent fumbles of how stuff was handled,
Well, like, look at NASCAR, dude. I think that's like, I actually see the tracks are starting to ban against them, like
yeah.
not letting them race there. They're like, well, just they're actually looking into starting their own different like NASCAR series.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like,
So we got like their own league.
yeah, like they're like this. They're like, NASCAR's not going to race here. We'll start our own damn league, and they can race here. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
all over the Confederate flag and stuff.
Silly people. Silly.
Yeah.
One such other fumble, and not that it's to how do I want to say it? Really means anything to anybody, but yet another example of something that could have been prevented frustration for people, and now going forward they're gonna not do it. Dell admitted to shipping like bad trackpads on some of their laptops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there was a recent article I read. They're like, yeah, we knew they're bad. We're gonna put decent ones in going forward instead of just using the crap one. Like,
Yeah, we knew they were bad, but we did it anyway.
we're
Like,
just selling
what a
them as
slap in
is.
the face,
Yeah,
man.
like if
To
you
consumers, especially, you
are
know,
a consumer buying Dell products,
like, and you're like a Dell person, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
because people are like that. Like,
and
I'm
I
like
am.
that.
I'm pretty big on Dell. Like, I like Dell. I've liked their products for years. They bought Alienware, which Alienware used to be its own entity.
Yeah, I knew
And
about that.
When Alienware was Alienware, they were awesome, and then Dell got them, and they were shit. And now they're kind of coming back because I think Dell learned that you can't sell shit with a good name.
It's kind of like you. I don't even know if you know this, but like Cub Cadet, the lawn tractor.
Right.
It used to be like run by International, I believe, the truck company.
Okay.
And it was they were like the old Cub Cadets.
The actual international company that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Like International Trucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The older ones kick ass, and I forget who bought them. Maybe International bought them out then. Like the OG Cub Cadets are badass, and then I think International or somebody bought them out and like
Okay.
mass produced them, and since then they're garbage. You know what I mean? Like that's just like another example of that.
Well, I don't know. I've seen a Cub Cadet, and it performed pretty well.
How old was it?
I don't know. My boss had it, and it was. I mean, that was back in like 2000 something or other, like 2001 when I saw it. So it was from back then.
Yeah. Speaking of your boss, I saw him today on his bicycle, dude. That thing is sweet. that
yeah.
Schwinn, dude.
That Schwinn Stingray.
Yeah, dude.
That's not one of the remakes you can buy now.
No,
that got
dude,
a
that's an
little
OG
dirty.
Stingray. Like
Yeah,
I was
that's like
checking it
That's
out.
a 72 Stingray.
Yeah, that's a sick bike. Not to get off topic, but I was just
didn't have one of those. I had one. I had a banana seat bike like that.
Right.
I had the cheap.
dude, the seat and everything's like mint on it. He still has reflectors. He still has the fenders on it. Like he got a steal on that bike,
I
man.
had like the cheap Ames imitation of that
Right on.
growing up.
Yeah, well, that was just like speaking of bicycles, there's another Mongoose was a great BMX company back in the
Yes.
day. Walmart buys the name Mongoose and puts out shit BMX bikes.
Right.
I mean, there's another good example.
Yeah, I know a couple people that have original mongooses,
I used to have one, yeah.
and if you would take these two individuals that I know, if you'd take their mongoose and put it up beside one that's being made now, they're just
It's night and day.
it is
Difference.
Two different
Yeah,
breeds.
man. They are not built to like the Walmarts are not built to like actual BMX. You know what I mean? Like the frame's not built to take crushing blows, and I mean you could beat the hell out of those things, dude. I
Yeah,
did.
They have been beat.
Yeah.
The ones I'm talking about have been beat. They've been beat, and they still survive. And I think even one of them did lake jumping quite a few times, and it didn't rust out inside. Try that with a new bike.
Yeah. Good luck.
One time you soak the inside of that,
Yeah,
gonna
it's
rust and break.
It's done.
Done for. Here's a question: if you were gonna get, and this is something I'd read, if you were gonna get stimulus check 2,
Uh-huh.
okay, and this is for anybody.
Are they
out
still
there.
talking about that?
Well, if there's that, would you want that or a $4,000 travel credit?
I think I just take the money.
Right? Take the money and run.
Yeah, I mean, I travel, but like, I
Where are you
don't.
going to use $4,000 to
That's
travel
what
to?
I mean, man. Like, I'm not going anywhere like that. Like, when I say I travel, like, I take many vacations. Like, I'm shooting to Pittsburgh tonight, or I'm shooting to Chicago for the weekend. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not a $4,000 trip by any means ever. Like,
I just don't see. I don't see how that would apply. Like,
no, and like,
and who's going to issue that? The
That's what
government?
I mean. And how does that makes no sense
Right.
to me anyway. I
We'll
don't
give you
know.
money. If you want to travel, we'll give you more money.
Yeah, I mean, I want to travel, but
But
I'll
you-
just take the money.
But think of it. You would really be getting more value traveling, but you could only spend it for traveling.
Right.
Like not food, not stuff once you're there. I'm guessing just for your airfare or however you choose to
Yeah.
travel.
See, dude, nah. I'll take the money.
And can they even issue something like that?
I don't know. Well, dude, at this point, anybody can do whatever they want. I saw a meme today. It's like you can pretty much start pronouncing the L in salmon because everything goes now, you know?
Salmon.
Salmon.
We've been banning words of recent years.
Yeah.
Now we just pronounce them how
No, we
want.
do what we want now. Nothing matters anymore. We straight up do what we
I don't
want.
know. I think a good Plandemic be going forward to get everybody happy and back on the right track. If we don't like it, we just ban it. We toss it out. We're done with it. Now it's got to apply all around. So if somebody doesn't like you, then you're done. Sorry. I don't think that's the answer, right?
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's not the answer.
No, that would be a quick way to wipe out everybody and everything.
Yeah.
You know,
If that's
'Cause
not
I'm
what they're
pretty
trying to do already.
I'm pretty sure any robot that's self-aware isn't liking people at this point.
Right.
So get rid of them.
Get
Little
them out.
scum.
Get them out.
No, man, too many crazy on point real episodes in a row, and I just wanted to goop around for a bit. Short
Yeah,
time.
no, like definitely. I don't know. Plus, like, I don't know. Like last few episodes, like I don't know. I definitely have been stressed out over my job and stuff. But like I said, now that I've moved on and got something new, like stress has been alleviated. I feel more happy and fluid. And
Well, there you go, man.
yeah, man, it was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. But I didn't even actually quit my job. I just cut back on hours and took another one. So now I'm just gonna work too.
Gonna work too.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
It just
I mean,
what?
that can be stressful too. Don't think it can't.
Well, see, I'm only doing the one twice a week, so like, I'm still gonna have my time. I'm still gonna have weekends off. I'm going from working night shifts my entire life to working an 8 to 5 job. Like, and I'm stoked about it.
8 to 5, like daytime.
Yeah,
Daytime hours are good.
yeah, dude. I feel and I can play in a band again and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't do that with working night shifts and weekends and like.
Yeah, I do. My day job is actually like a second shift, so it goes in partway into the night. That would be my day job, and then like the supplementary thing is everything else that I do. But I do that in the day. That's just because when the hours, how they work out with each other, it's not always easy. But you know what? You got to do it.
No, but honestly, I think I'm actually gonna have more time doing it this way than I am doing it the other way. As weird as that is. Just because my shifts would
You
be
know,
so screwy up there, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, that's the thing, and it doesn't make sense to hear it that one job to two. I'm gonna have more time. No, it
Yeah,
can actually work out.
yeah.
It does. Doesn't always work out favorably though. I just want to say that.
No, and like I said, I'm gonna give everything a whirl, and like I said, I just want to keep my foot in the door. I'm not trying to burn bridges, I guess.
Yeah,
And I really like my boss and stuff where I was, so like I'm trying to help him out because they're short, and I don't want to. I don't like to stick people, man.
well, that's a mindset too that I've often thought about that I could never really get on board with. Like I didn't know how. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know how. Like I understand why people do it. They get mad, let emotion take control, whatever. I'm human. I have emotion. I've gotten mad,
Oh yeah,
but to just burn a bridge.
Yeah.
Where you may need help, may need work, and somebody that would be willing to help you, you intentionally just like burn that bridge and you're done with it. Like, why?
yeah, like
Why, man?
yeah. No, I just like I said, I couldn't bring myself to do it, and then like I almost got sad about leaving. Like it was getting late last night, and I'd already had to put the 2 weeks notice in and not whatnot, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna kind of miss this. So I like turn around and I'm like, hey, I work Fridays, man. And he's like, oh, great. You know,
Right.
I'm like, no big deal. I still have, Saturday, Sunday off. I don't do anything anyway, man. Like, this is the extent of my, and if I do need a Friday off, I just tell them I'm not working. Like, it is what it is.
Hey, man, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I think
mean,
life's, I don't know. I hope it's
I've
going to
been
change for the
definitely-
better.
I'm not saying that's good news for the world over, but, it's something good to talk about.
My world.
Yeah, and after so many weeks of crazy stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying sweep the craziness under the rug.
No,
It didn't happen.
No,
Don't
but
take
like
it that way,
we don't have to
please.
keep focusing on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's stressful to the mind to keep like even I have to like pull myself away from the internet and stuff because I just can't take it. I don't know. Did you see any of that like protest up in town this past week?
No, I was kind of I did want to know about it when you brought it up last week, but we didn't.
Oh, I got like full in depth stuff, man.
Okay,
I
well,
went
let's hear
to it.
about it, man.
Okay, so
Present.
we went up. It was already going on, and
So you
I didn't protest. I was a
you pulled
spectator.
in mid swing.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what was going on.
Right.
And then because all the roads and shit were blocked off, so we
Is
go
that
up.
what that was about?
Yeah, man. They were worried about how big it was because you had the people in front of the borough building, protesting to get that lady out of there, but then you have her family across the street, like rooting for her.
How big was the family compared to the crowd?
They used to say the crowd would eat them for lunch.
Okay.
All right. But so all this is going on. Okay, so the meeting, she shows up smiling and whatever. Okay, and I mean, she made some nasty comments. She really did. So in the meeting, the progress
in private, in public,
in public, yeah,
in a public forum.
yeah, it was on Facebook. She threatened these people. You know what I mean? So after all this, this kid, the Saturday Daily Times of the Progress was in the meeting filming. So they're in there, and the guy, he's presenting his point, like, and he's like, fine. He's like, and what you did, he's like, you just disgust me with what you did. This lady stands up and looks at him, and she's like, looking at you, disgust me on live TV. Like, if you can't see that lady is a problem right there, like,
Yeah.
you don't,
that's-
like, so no. But apparently they're going to go back every month. They're going to protest there every month until she resigns. Is their plan.
Dang, I would do it every day.
Speed
it up.
That's what I mean, man.
Throw
And,
gas on
and
the
honestly, anybody that rotten shouldn't be. And like, who elected her? Like, because they can't. I found out you can't like just get rid of like an elected council member if they were voted in. Like, you can't just
Yeah, you can't just say,
throw them out.
"See
No,
ya."
no.
No.
So-
they gotta resign or
Or their terms got to be up, or be impeached. I guess would that be?
Voted out?
Yeah, or be impeached. Can they impeach a councilman, or would that be?
know.
I don't know how that would work.
It's not. It's not like the higher government, so I don't.
Right,
Have any
yeah.
clue how that.
I don't
would
know
work.
how local government will work like that. But I don't know. It got pretty wild. I mean, there was chicks with microphones and, like the bullhorn, and they had chants and signs, and like it was the real deal. But like, yeah, when I saw I wasn't totally against her. You know what I mean? Like at
Right.
first, like I was like, maybe she made a mistake with what she said.
Well,
Maybe
what was her initial problem with the protesting Coldstream?
she said that to keep those damn people out of her park. Her park.
Her part.
She said, "You stay out of my park."
And why is it her park? Because she's
The-
on the council.
Yeah, apparently. And then,
The park isn't for use by other people.
the park is actually a public place, which is allowed for a place for public assembly. Like,
Right.
she completely contradicted of what that park is for.
And I just delivered food to the park the other day.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, people were eating.
Yeah, right on. Like, yeah, dude, it's, I mean,
It-
yeah, the fact that she like took it, saying this is my park and I'm calling the police and she was threatening them. I mean, she legit threatened them, and it's like, what are you doing? And then like that whole looking at you disgusts me. I was like, whoa. So like
on live TV.
on live TV. So I straight up like saw a petition to remove her. I signed it, shared it because I'm like, this lady's a bitch. She's got to go.
Yeah. I don't think when you're in the public spotlight, having a negative attitude like that, or
No, what good is she serving, man? You know what I mean? Like with that attitude, like you can't serve good with that type of attitude going into
No.
things. You can't.
because
If you don't mean well, the things you do aren't going to mean well.
here's where my brain tends to go with situations like that. If you're willing to act like that in front of people on live TV with cameras on you, what are you willing to do when cameras
It's aren't
on?
off you. Exactly. Yeah. How far?
How are you going to act then?
Yeah.
How far are you going to take it? What would you do? That's the concerning bit about that.
I know.
Because if you don't care that the camera's on and it doesn't. And I'm not saying you should be you on camera, on microphone. Being you is probably going to be the best way to to get results. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get good results. Don't be fake.
No,
Be yourself. But
but
if that's how you are,
you don't. Yeah.
what good could you possibly?
That's what I
do
mean.
in-
If you don't mean well, anything you do is not meaning well. Like I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't get behind somebody like that. There.
No, that's hard. And it's hard to get behind somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously the family, they're on the opposite side of it because blood is always going to be thicker than water. if we
Absolutely.
go with that saying.
Yep.
And it's like, would the family still support if there was something that let's say it blew up beyond locally, like to a state level or a national level, and got on national news somehow. The family's probably still going to support. Like if she did something just totally absurd that it
Yeah.
got bigger news media outlets' attention. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't get behind that.
No, man, me either. It's
And I don't think that I could support family, even family, if they were completely in the wrong.
right. I don't know that I could either. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, something about personal responsibility and whatever you want to call it, integrity, or put a word on it.
but yeah. Like I don't know.
There's something to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't make sense. Don't make sense to me. I had to let everybody hear you drinking your Gatorade. I'm over here thinking he's drinking Gatorade. That's what this show's devolved into.
Yeah. I'm like a walking Propel sponsor, man.
I do the no name cups. No name cups and Aquafina.
I bought myself a sweet Bad Religion tumbler, but like I don't know. It's not always cool. Not everybody's cool with that crossbuster all the time.
Yeah, I have a story about the Bad Religion logo.
As do I.
And it's basically a crossed out cross.
Yeah.
Is that in short?
Yeah,
To
it's
simplify it.
it's a crossbuster, like the Ghostbuster.
Right.
It's not saying I hate God or anything. It's basically saying like Christianity isn't practiced here.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. But I was attempting to get, I got looks over a sticker I had on my car at one car many years ago that had it said Bad Religion and had the crossed out cross on it.
Yeah.
Very simple. And I got a warning ahead of time from my stepdad. Like, you might want to take that off your car, cover it up if you're applying for, trying to do applications for the union or whatever. I'm like, it's a sticker. It's
Right.
a band. Not everybody. He's like, not everybody's going to know that. I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah.
I needed to say I didn't get the job, and I did get quite a few looks from people, older guys in the parking lot.
Yeah. Well,
I had people pointing, everything.
yes.
It's like, it's a band, it's a sticker.
Right.
It's not meaning anything. that
No,
you're
and it's
thinking.
it's not like hateful against any religion or anything. And even in their music, they're saying it's okay to have faith. Just don't blindly follow along to something because somebody tells you to. Is all that is saying. But my story is, it was Easter Sunday. Okay, so my buddy Stu and I, we're like hanging out, and I'm like, let's get some Pizza Hut, man. And he's like, all right. Well, I have a freaking Bad Religion hoodie. It has a crossbuster real big on the back. I walk in and we had to wait. And I'm like, I keep looking around, man, and everybody's like staring at me. And I'm like,
Where at?
Pizza Hut.
Okay.
And I'm looking around, I'm like, Stu, we finally get out of there. And I'm like, dude, what in the hell was everybody looking at? He's like, dude, it's Easter. You have a big cross crossed out on your back. He's like, they're probably not real happy with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
All the families out for Easter.
yeah. I was like, good point.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah,
That would definitely do
it did it. It did it. But yeah, that was a
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. I wasn't thinking as usual.
That's all right, man.
It's just, again, it's my favorite band, man. It is what it is. If you don't like it, don't look at me.
Yeah,
There it is. You know.
it happens. Anyhow, moving on. No, I just wanted to literally, no plan, no nothing, come in, try and goof on some stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that wasn't a goof. That was
No.
a real story.
Right. Now I know what you mean.
And it's funny. I'm not saying all companies are good and haven't messed up and shipped out faulty stuff. You know, but I mean, just Apple. Apple was one company that I loved harping on in some of the earlier episodes. And Tim brought it up, like, oh, you slamming out? Like, yeah, I'm slamming Apple again because they literally, you had antenna gate. Let me bring this up for anybody that wasn't around for that one. Okay. You had antenna gate, and anybody listening to the audio, I understand you're not going to see this, but look it up. I think the iPhone 4, when it came out, or possibly one of the early ones, I don't know if it was the 4 or like the 3 or 3G, but you would get your phone and they connected the antenna from inside to the outside of the case where you would hold the phone, and it would cut your signal. Calls would drop. And they're like, oh, you're holding it wrong. And they had parts where it wasn't metal on the case. You're supposed to hold it, and you're holding your phone wrong. Like, really? You got to hold it by that part for it to make calls?
Right. No.
Design something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So needless, I think Apple did have for sale. I don't think they gave out. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe they gave out rubber bumpers. It's hard to remember. But they ended up putting a rubber bumper case out that would surround the phone.
Right.
So you wouldn't be holding on directly.
Yeah, I had one.
Killing your signal.
I had one of those
on an old iPhone.
Yeah.
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 And that's why it was there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've pretty much had them since the iPhone 3.
But no, the Dell thing. Like, why? If you know you have a problem, you know you got a faulty product, you know your service isn't up to par, you don't just do it anyway. I mean, come on. If you're a kitchen and you're putting out shit, you might end up with Gordon Ramsay in there.
Yeah, or the customers coming back and throwing stuff at you.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Can you blame people, though, really?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't know if you act like that.
Well, I've done food service. I can speak to that a little. Personally, I really, really try to serve something. I don't serve anything that I wouldn't eat.
Right. That's the golden rule.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But there's people that order stuff ways that I wouldn't eat.
Eat it. Right.
And it's like, okay, I understand you want it that way. We're not supposed to serve it like that, but here you go.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I understand getting a product out, doing that, keeping people happy. I got all that. But if it's something that you wouldn't,
right,
don't serve shit stuff, man.
Yeah.
Don't sell crap products.
Yeah. In the end,
it's a good way to do it. That's the bike you brought up, the Stingray. That wasn't a great bike because it was made out of cheap parts and didn't.
No, it wouldn't look like it was right now if it wasn't a
being from 72.
Right.
That's a great bike.
Yeah.
Because it withstands the test of time.
Exactly.
As anything should.
Right.
Sadly, not this show. Don't believe the rumors. Other news. So the protest happened up there. They're going back monthly.
Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah. Or whatever the meetings are. They every 2 weeks, every monthly, whatever it is. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're showing up to the town meeting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what was going on.
Yeah, man.
What time was that again?
Like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Friday night?
No, it was Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I did go through around then. I was wondering what was up.
Yeah, that's what it was, man.
In any town meeting, the whole mob's showing up.
Oh, yeah.
What do you see happening here? If you had to place a bet on it.
She's eventually going to go.
You think?
I do.
You think?
I think she's going to stick it out for a little bit to be
try to stick it out.
Stubborn. Yeah, but I think but I think eventually
you think the mob's going to decrease in size or grow
until she leaves. Because believe me, the word's out, man. Like, people are hard on this now.
I can speak to like honestly, and it's only based on my life growing up, and I've seen attitudes like that in the past, before social media, before the internet. I can recall people acting like that.
Yeah.
Because that stayed there wherever it happened and spread, maybe by word of mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe if it made it into the news, but it was basically localized to a certain area. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't grow.
Right.
In these times where there's and I don't know how people can think they're going to do this or do that, and it just isn't going to blow up. There is literally millions of cameras everywhere.
I know. Everybody has one.
Before, everybody carries a
Everybody
camera
has one now.
Mostly, except for people that have flip phones, and even some of them have cameras.
Yeah.
social media is, some of it's bigger than the news.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the way things are shifting. If you don't believe it, and if you don't believe it, you'll probably never hear this show or see it or anything. But even bigger news outlets are starting, or bigger companies are starting to do stuff the way it's done on the internet
Yep.
with TV. That get some. We always pause when there's any exhaust. It's just a little monkey wrench in the show.
Yeah.
Happens often. No, just think, being there for a certain time when your TV show's on. Some people still do that, but you really don't have to.
Right.
You know, cable companies are changing. You can like do a la carte cable now.
Yeah.
Like you can order what you want.
Uh-huh.
That didn't happen 20 years ago.
No. You got a package. This is what you got. That's
This
it.
is what you got. You want more? You pay more.
Yep.
Even with satellite, is satellite doing pick and choose what you want?
Buddy, I have no idea. I haven't had normal cable in 10 years.
I gave up on it.
Yeah.
And you hear people say, "Oh, I got 500 channels and nothing's on." Well, yeah, right.
Right.
You can be bored with that. Cable companies doing that. Phone carriers, with the way they were offering service, you were locked into a crazy plan. Like I remember Verizon being like 110, 120 for a single line,
Yep.
and you had your 4 gigs of data.
Yep.
And then these MVNOs come out, Net 10, Straight Talk, Track Phone, all these mobile virtual network operators,
Yeah.
who are buying their airtime from Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and you could get a better plan for literally less than half the price.
Dude, just like $50 a month, unlimited data, yada 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 yada. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And it took years for Verizon and AT&T and everybody to catch up to that.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know. That's that kind of, what is that saying about this staying the same, but change, evolve, or
Yeah.
I don't know what the saying is, but yeah, you kind of got to evolve with it or fade out.
Right.
And to have that negative type attitude in this, hey, don't do it. To act like that in public in this time where when it happens a minute later, literally somebody on the other side of the world could find out about it.
Yeah, I know.
That's also not an attitude to go forward, like you said, get behind, support.
Right. Yeah. It just
Like,
I can't.
What good is coming out of that, honestly?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying I've always put the best message out there.
No, me either.
and
But
that people will agree with me.
Follow what I say, not what I've done.
Yeah, right? Do as I say, not as I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't even say that, man.
Me either.
Hey, I have a hobby. People should get hobbies.
Yep.
Find something to do.
Keep yourself occupied. But
Or
I
don't.
yeah.
Or don't. I mean, there's a lot of don'ts out there if you haven't noticed. And I think a lot of don'ts are real vocal about a lot of things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think we can. It's not even worth checking the time sometimes.
I know. I'm sorry. I gotta bounce on this one. Pretty soon I won't have to do this anymore.
That's all right, man. Thanks for the news update on that. I was gonna ask about
Yeah.
that.
And I'm gonna keep following it. So next week, like if something more comes up, I will let you know. There's a petition on change.org about it. So
Change.org?
Yep.
All right, people, you heard that. Is there a way to check out the stuff that's happened in the past?
I've shared it on my personal
Right,
Facebook
but is
page.
it-
The Center Daily Times has the video up of that whole thing,
Okay.
and there's the articles.
Is any of it gathered together all in one spot?
Not unless you like somebody had it on
makes a post
Facebook.
about it, right, and
Yeah.
gathered everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's something to look into.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll keep following and see what happens.
Yeah. Till next week.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing out there. Thanks for joining us. Nobody called, nobody connected. I have it right here in front of my eyes, so I shouldn't miss your call if you ever do call in. Now and in the future.
Yep.
Do it, man. We ready?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, people. Next week, do we have a set day or no? We don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
All right. Check the Facebook page if you want a update on.
I will know tomorrow.
I'll put an update. Either Jim or I will put an update up later this week of when we plan on doing the next live show. Schedule them out a little bit. I think usually can get a couple more people to come in versus,
Right. And then also, like I said, with this whole new deal, we should be able to have something, you know what I mean, constant.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm aiming for anyway.
Also, if you want to make plans to come on, have anything to say, you don't have to connect. You could actually legit come on. We'll schedule it, set it up.
Yeah, get a hold of either of us.
Social media works,
Yes.
at least for now. Anyhow, have a good week.
Yeah, see you next time.